The Jesuits are celebrating the Ignatian Year, which began May 20th and goes to July 31st, 2022. The year marks 500 years since the Society of Jesus founder, St. Ignatius of Loyola, converted and devoted his life to our Lord. Church Militan's William Mahoney recaps how the Jesuits have mostly lapsed into apostasy.
In the Ignatian spirituality, may we truly live this year in the spirit of conversion.
The Ignatian Year was kicked off this month with a new book, Walking with Ignatius. The book contains a series of interviews with the current Black Pope, a nickname for all the superior generals of the Jesuits.
We dream of building a community that is stronger than what we have now, more just, more inclusive, more sustainable, more human, more open to the Spirit of God.
Once at the head of the Counter-Reformation, a powerful counterfoil to Martin Luther and his errors, the Society of Jesus has become something St. Ignatius would likely suppress. On balance, the Society now peddles Marxism and embraces one of four sins the Bible teaches, cries to heaven for vengeance. Of course, one of the most gung-ho LGBT advocates in the United States is Jesuit James Martin.
Gay or straight or lesbian or transgender. The sign says Lazarus come out. It is not about LGBT people. It's not a sin to be LGBT.
Homosexual inclination.
The LGBT Catholics, LGBT brothers and sisters, vis-a-vis the LGBT with same-sex attraction.
But Martin is just one among many in the U.S. and abroad.
Greetings from Brebeuf Jesuit.
Schools like Brebeuf Jesuit Prep in Indianapolis defied the bishop and groused to the Vatican to keep in its employ a man in a so-called same-sex marriage. Outside the U.S., there are the Jesuits at Newman College in Melbourne, Australia. Family Life International reported they are fostering an environment which favors deviant sex but bullies Catholics who try to uphold traditional teaching on sexuality and marriage. And there's hatred of tradition, demanded by Marxist ideology.
I think the Church can learn to live with gay civil marriage.
This was recently expressed by Jesuit Thomas Rees, who demanded in an op-ed, children and young people should not be allowed to attend such masses, referring to the traditional Latin Mass, and thereby contradicting Benedict XVI's 2007 motu proprio, Summorum Pontificum. Malachi Martin wrote in the 1980s, if the Holy See were to suppress the Society now, it would be because this time, no other way could be found to end the war between the Jesuits and papacy. No other way to limit the damage Jesuits do to the cause of the Church. But with Pope Francis, the first Jesuit in history to be Pope, the White Pope and Black Pope have seemingly converged, leaving what could be called a Gray Pope, which some say is the devil's favorite color. William Mahoney, Church Militant, The Download, Detroit.
In 2019, the Jesuit Superior General worried there was a plot to oust Francis. He was concerned the Church might discontinue the path Francis has been taking.